There is a specific kind of grief that hits many Americans in their 50s and 60s, the feeling of becoming invisible. Our culture is obsessed with the young, the loud, and the technologically native. When you reach a certain age, you start to notice that advertisers stop targeting you, younger colleagues start talking over you in meetings, and society generally expects you to quietly step into the background. You are expected to consume media, not create it. You are expected to watch the world change, not participate in the changing. But accepting invisibility is a choice. Here is a 7-minute story about the gritty, deeply vulnerable, and incredibly liberating reality of finding your voice and taking up space when the world tells you your time in the spotlight has passed. The story, the resonance of the unseen, the trap. Meet Robert. At 56, Robert felt like a piece of the furniture in his own life. He had worked as an insurance adjuster for 30 years. His children were grown, busy with their own lives in other states. His days consisted of a silent commute, a quiet cubicle, and evenings spent eating dinner in front of the television. Robert wasn't in crisis, but he was entirely numb. He felt a deep, hollow ache of irrelevance. He had always been a practical man, doing what was expected of him to pay the bills. But sitting in his recliner night after night, he realized he hadn't done a single thing purely for the joy of it in decades. He felt like his life was already over. He was just waiting out the clock. The turning point, the pawn shop window. One rainy Tuesday, during his lunch break, Robert ducked under the awning of a local pawn shop to stay dry. In the window, sitting next to a row of power tools, was a beat-up, nylon-string acoustic guitar. Robert stared at it. When he was a teenager, he had desperately wanted to learn how to play music, but his father had told him it was a waste of time and pushed him into accounting. For 40 years, Robert had carried that discarded dream. He walked into the shop and bought the guitar for $60. He felt incredibly foolish carrying it back to his office. He hid it in the trunk of his car, embarrassed by his own sudden audacity. I am a 56-year-old man with arthritis in my knuckles, he thought. What am I doing? Phase 1, the frustration of the fretboard. That evening, Robert sat in his living room and held the instrument. He had absolutely no idea what to do with it. He didn't know how to read music, and he certainly couldn't afford expensive private lessons. So, he opened his laptop and typed a simple search into YouTube. How to play guitar for total beginners. The first few months were brutal. His fingers blistered and bled. His wrists cramped. When he tried to form a basic C chord, it sounded like a dying cat. His ego screamed at him to put the guitar in the closet. Every time he dropped his pick or missed a transition, a cruel inner voice mocked him. You are too old. Your brain is too slow to learn this. You should have started when you were 10. But Robert refused to quit. He'd committed to just 20 minutes a night. He watched countless tutorials, pausing and rewinding videos over and over. Slowly, agonizingly, the calluses formed. The dead notes became clear. Phase 2, the digital leap. About a year into his journey, Robert could play 3 full songs. They weren't complex, but to his ears, they were masterpieces. He wanted to track his progress, but he didn't have anyone to play for. So, trembling with nerves, he set up his smartphone on his coffee table, hit record, and played a simple folk song. He made 2 mistakes, but he finished it. On a whim, he uploaded the raw, unedited video to YouTube. He didn't put his full name. He just titled it, 57 years old, 1 year of practice. Still messing up, he hit publish, terrified that the internet, notorious for its cruelty, would mock a gray-haired man fumbling through basic chords. Then, he closed his laptop and went to bed. Phase 3, the unexpected chorus. Robert didn't check the video for a week. When he finally logged back in, bracing himself for insults, he was stunned. The video had 3,000 views. But more importantly, there were dozens of comments, and they weren't from teenagers mocking him. I'm 61 and I bought a keyboard last week. Thank you for showing me I'm not crazy. My husband passed away in January. I've been feeling so lost. Watching you try something new just gave me the courage to sign up for a painting class. Your fingers look like mine. Keep going, brother. We are rooting for you. Robert stared at the screen, tears welling in his eyes. He wasn't invisible. There was a massive, silent army of people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, sitting in quiet living rooms all across the country, feeling the exact same ache of irrelevance that he felt. The resolution, the global porch. Fast forward to Robert at 60. He is not a rock star. He still makes mistakes when he plays, but Robert now has a small, fiercely loyal channel with 40,000 subscribers. Every Sunday, he uploads a video. Sometimes he plays a new song. Sometimes he just talks about the frustration of aging, the joy of small victories, and the beauty of late-blooming music. His comment section has become a digital community center for older adults reclaiming their passions. Robert's house is no longer quiet. His life is filled with purpose. He realized that the internet isn't just for the young to show off their perfection. It is a global porch where the rest of us can sit down, share our beautiful imperfections, and remind each other that we are still very much alive. The core takeaways for the reader: invisibility is a mindset, not a mandate. Society will only ignore you if you agree to be quiet. Taking up space, whether by learning a new skill, speaking up, or sharing your art, is an act of profound rebellion. Technology belongs to you too. Do not let the digital world intimidate you. The tools to learn almost anything on earth and to connect with millions of people are sitting right in your living room. Your vulnerability is your greatest magnet. People do not connect with flawless perfection. They connect with the struggle. Sharing your awkward, messy day one will inspire more people than a polished masterpiece ever could. Joy is a sufficient metric for success. You do not need to monetize your hobby. You do not need to become a master. Doing something simply because it makes you feel alive is the only justification you need. Do not let a society obsessed with youth convince you that your timeline for discovery has passed. The world is full of people waiting for someone exactly your age to be brave enough to go first.